Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of My Big Fat Journey, where this week we have a little bit of discussing to do on some new developments. But of course, let's go and start off with the weight loss itself, where last week we weighed in at 252.8, this week 252.6. So essentially just a 0.2 pound loss, taking us to 225 flat. Lost with only 13.8 pounds left to go. I know exactly why it was only 0.2, and it was completely out of my control. That's the thing that sucks, but it is a good thing as well as a bad thing. Here comes the co-host. Someone decided he wanted to sleep in. Little update for you really quick on him. Essentially what is going on is bad ear infection. It was never his insulin doses at all. Well, it kind of was. That was an issue that was kind of hidden from us. So it was kind of, the ear infection was kind of a blessing because we were able to figure out about the insulin. But the main reason for his stumbles and everything, it's his ear infection. Uncovered that one midway through the week. So we got a treatment plan for that now. But back to me on the 0.2 only. It's Fedex's fault. Okay. This is definitely Fedex's fault. I ordered my cheese crisps from Sam's Club, and they have been sitting at the final destination warehouse for pretty much half a week now. I think we're going on probably 4 days. It's supposed to be delivered today. We'll see. This was supposed to be delivered 4 days ago too, so I don't know. It's been very, very frustrating trying to get these damn things because I was having a weight loss through the beginning of the week. It was great. I was having a great weight loss. Everything was looking really, really good. Weighing myself in the afternoons, I was already down a pound. And that's at the end of the day, I was already down a pound. Cheese crisps ran out about Tuesday night. Wednesday day, I think I had a couple little scraps I was eating. And with me running out, the weight just started going back on. Yeah, it's really unfortunate because the keto has been going so well with the cheese crisps. And the good news is that this does confirm my theory that cheese crisps are, which I hate that I can't pronounce it properly. They're so essential for my ketogenic diet, and it works so well, and it gives me such a boost. It's great. It really is. But at the same time, when I lose it and I don't have any more, then I am put into a position like this where I can't lose anything apparently. And it really does suck. So the Christmas miracle essentially is dead in the water at this point. With 13.8 pounds still to go, I'd have to have a consistent 4-pound loss, which just isn't realistic. It's just not. Realistically, let's go ahead and go into the realistic numbers of what's going to happen with my plan for December. Odds are December 18th or 19th is when I will start breaking keto, and that'll be my final weigh-in before I take the mini break, where I'll be having a pig out session on Christmas, of course, and I'll have a pig out session on New Year's. I think those are just holidays that we just generally celebrate with food, unfortunately. But the rest of the time, I will be trying to have a moderate diet of just enjoying things that I haven't been able to enjoy in moderation, and trying to follow serving sizes and whatnot and just see how my body responds to a natural diet. As soon as January 2nd comes around, it's right back on the keto. We finish off this journey and we go ahead and push through to, well, quite frankly, I haven't decided. I keep bouncing back and forth between quite a few different numbers. And I think realistically, the number that I want to finalize on is going to be 227.6. I think I want to get down to a weight of 227.6. Why that number? That number is exactly 250 pounds from where I started. And I think saying I lost 250 pounds, that's cool to say. So I think that's kind of where I want to go, is to that point. At that point, though, do I go ahead and say that 230 to 240 is my normal range that I want to maintain for the rest of my life? Or do I push forward another 7 pounds and go to 220 to 230? That's the problem that I never thought I'd have on this diet is trying to figure out the end number. It's very, very hard for me to finalize an end number. I've changed my end goal so many times. The end goal was originally supposed to be like 277.6, the 200 pound mark, and that's where I was going to stop. And then I went ahead and proceeded on to 250. Well, surprise, surprise, we're right here at the 250 mark, and my goal is already extended past that point, to the point of where I was saying, let's go ahead and go to 238. And now I'm saying, let's go ahead and push it another 10 pounds because we're only 10 pounds away from 250. There's so many different milestones that I can keep on pushing towards to get these numbers that just, they're very proud to, like, something to be really proud about. And then at the same time, I keep on looking that the average male weight is 200. Should I go ahead and push onwards to that point? Should I go ahead and become truly statistically average? I don't know. I think realistically, I do want to hit that 277.6. I think that was what I said, right? Yeah, 277.6. No, not 277. Jeez. 227.6. So that way I can say I lost 250 pounds. That's cool. That's amazing. That's something I want to do. And now that we're at this point of where I know that the Christmas miracle isn't going to happen, it's something that like encourages me to try and push myself a little bit more going into the next year. So which this year was absolutely phenomenal. I'm absolutely beyond proud of myself with what I've been able to do. But I definitely want to get to that point at least. Whether I push through to 220, that's still yet to be determined. I don't know where I want that landing spot to be. If it's 220 to 230, or if it's going to be 230 to 240. But then, like I said, once I get to that upper limit of that, that's when I get back on the keto, get back down to the bottom part, and then just balance out from there. So that's how I'll be the rest of my life, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm absolutely fine with that. But it's just trying to figure out where I want that range to be. I don't know. I just keep going lower and lower and lower because I know I can go lower and lower and lower. But as for right now, though, I am very, very happy to at least have been able to maintain / have a slight loss, even with the cheese crisps not being here. Hopefully I will have them this week so that way I can go ahead and have another substantial loss and truly confirm the theory. I think having them gone this week and then seeing the weight shifting in a way that I wasn't exactly happy with, I think helps to really prove that there is something there with this. And yeah, it's just been really interesting. The other thing I wanted to report on this week is that I came across 2 people this week. One person I ran into the parking lot at work, former coworker, and he was like, dang, you are getting to the point of where you are really not recognizable anymore. And yeah, it is interesting on just how many people do say I look incredibly different. When, to me, I mean, I see the photos, but I don't see it as that much of a difference. I just don't. But then I was at a grocery store and another store, ran into a former coworker, and he didn't recognize me at all. It was really, really interesting. Like a couple glances of maybe I know this guy, maybe I don't. But yeah, totally did not realize who I was. It was interesting. It was really, really interesting. And it's weird because it's kind of like going into like a witness protection program almost, because so many people that haven't followed me or don't know that this journey has happened, they don't know at all. They can run out into me in public and they would never know. It's weird that I've become a whole new person, and a lot of people will never realize it because I'm just a new person, a new face in the crowd. And it's kind of cool because, I mean, it's like a reset button. If there was anyone, there isn't really, but if there's anyone toxic in my life, then that toxicity is now completely wiped away and gone. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's just gone. And it's really, really nice. But at the same time, though, you have the other end of things of where it's like, well, now these people that were like my best friends can't even see me out in public, because if I don't see them, then they're not going to see me. It's just really interesting. This journey has been really, really interesting. But that is going to do it for this week, everybody. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. And I will see you guys back here next week, hopefully with some cheese crisps in the diet. I'll see you guys back here. Good night.